Hey, what's happening out there, my collecting brothers and sisters? Welcome back to the Vintage Sanctuary. You know, there are several reasons I like to collect cards, particularly vintage baseball cards. And one of those reasons is they're like glorious little miniature vintage works of art. And I got to thinking, when there's one color that kind of dominates on the card, that can often enhance that visual appeal. So what I want to show you in this video is some cards where I think there's one color that kind of dominates, and in my mind, that enhances the vintage miniature work of art appeal of that card. Now, this can be a little bit subjective, so you might agree or disagree with me, or you might say, hey, I don't think that color dominates as much as you do, Adam, but I still think that that's just a glorious card. I love the visual as a miniature vintage work of art. Or you might say, I think that color dominates, but I don't necessarily like the look of the card. So obviously there is going to be some subjectivity. Do I collect cards I don't like the look of? I would say no. Like, if I don't like the look of a card, I'm probably just going to sell or trade it or give it away. However, having said that, there's a lot of cards. Well, let's see here. Like, this doesn't have any color on it, but I absolutely love it. Well, it's got some black, but, I like so many cards. I mean, when something is from the 50s or the 40s or the 60s, just the way that they were manufactured at that time, generally they have this cool, nostalgic appeal to me and a cool look. So, there aren't too many vintage cards that I do not like the look of. But I would say that it's not the only reason I collect, but I kind of pretty much have to like the look of it. I guess I can't think of any cards in my collection I don't like the look of. Now, some of them just blow me away with the look, and others I'm like, yeah, that's a nice card. But I guess if I didn't like the look at it, if I didn't like to look at it, I'm pretty sure I'd just get rid of it. Well, that begs the question, what if it's part of some sort of a completion? Then you kind of need it for the completion, right? So you're not going to get rid of it. Well, I don't really have any completions where I've got something in the completion that I don't like the look of. So here I am just wrestling with myself, trying to solve problems that may not even exist. Without further ado, let me turn this camera around and let's do it. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to start with a card that I'm going to change the lighting here because I think this will be better for looking at these stunning beauties that, in my humble opinion, there's not a single color that just dominates, but still incredible vintage art. Absolutely love this card. So, that's an example where, to me, there's not one color dominating, but I still think that is just, glorious vintage art. Now let's talk about black dominating, shall we? I probably won't show the back of these for the most part because we're really focusing on the dominant color on the front. Now notice, to my eye, yeah, there's different colors here, but to my eye, the black dominates this black beauty. 71 Topps Hank Aaron. Of course, this black SGC insert certainly helps for the black to dominate. It'd be nice if it were the frosted PSA for this particular card. Generally, vintage pops in SGC, but with the black border on the card, it'd be nice to have a different color insert. I think what SGC should do is have like a white insert when there's a black border on the card. That shouldn't be too hard to do. But anyway, here it is where, to me, the black is dominating, but it's doing it on the border, on the outside. Let's contrast that with the 52 Topps Yogi Berra, where, in my humble opinion, the black is dominating on the inside. There's a lot of black in the background, black behind the stars in the nameplate there, big bushy black or blackish eyebrows, and then here's another copy of that card with a greater ink saturation. So to me, the black is dominating even more, even though you have some speckled paper loss up here. And I think the contrast with the black dominating inside the border and then that, bright white border just really pops. So we've got no color dominating to me, black dominating on the outside, black dominating on the inside. To me, enhancing the visual appeal. Oh yeah, woo! Now we're gonna turn to some blues. Let's sing the blues. It's so blue, it's so blue, I don't know what to do. So check this bad boy out, the 53 Redman Tobacco Johnny Mize. To me, just this absolutely glorious dominant blue. So we got that one. And how about the 52 Redman Stan Musial, where now the red's kind of dominating too, or at least the red is accenting the blue. So maybe this isn't just dominant blue. Maybe this is kind of red and blue dominating. But anyway, there's a lot of blue there, so you can decide on this glorious 52 Redman Stan Musial if the blue is dominating or not, or maybe it's red-blue domination. And how about this bad boy? We've got some different colors going on, but there's kind of a blue in the background there that to me kind of dominates when I look at this card. When I look at this card, the blues take the blues away. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Or maybe I do know what I'm talking about. Oh man, this thing is absolutely stunning. Woohoo! All right, let's go with some purplish cards, shall we? So how about that dominant purple in the background on this 52 Topps Willie Mays? This purple people pleaser right here. And this is kind of more of a, actually this could have went, this sort of blue purple, but yeah, more purplish, I suppose. Oh, this is so glorious. So absolutely glorious. 52 Redman. What do you think? Having that dominant color, does that enhance the vintage appeal or what? To me, this is one of my most visually stunning cards. There aren't too many players that have a card in each of the 4 years for Redman. And Larry Yogi Berra is one of them, and I have all 4 of his cards, and I think I'm going to end up showing all 4 in this video. You can't just show 2 or 3 of those when you've got all 4. How about the purple background dominating this 49 Bowman, the first color Stan Musial in a pristine one. Woohoo! What makes it a pristine one? Well, I thought you'd never ask. Someone put his batting average, home runs, and RBIs from 1950 on there just to kind of update the stats. With a fountain pen, I think, back, probably back contemporary to 1950. How cool is that? One more. Now, if you watched my last video, you saw this. This is a huge recent purchase that I think I got a fantastic buy on. To me, that purple in the background kind of dominates. The Fabulous Relic 1.5, 41 play ball, Joe DiMaggio. This, my friends, is the card I'll probably bring to the National and show off. Even though I bought it before the National, it was just stuck in an album or something. Perfect card to me, just absolutely perfect, because it brought the grade way down, and to me that enhances the appeal. Literally, this literally enhances the visual appeal of the back to me. Sharp, centered, nice registration, clean, beautiful color, just pops in that glorious purple. Now also this green and yellow, so I guess, and you've got this blue, ink from the printing. A lot of times you'll see that down there trying to come up and dominate a little bit. But to me, that purple kind of dominates. Oh, I just love it, man. So there you have it. There's 4 purplish people pleasers if I ever saw them. Oh, man. All right. Orange, you glad you stuck around for this part? Look at that orange. Look at that beautiful orange dominating on this glorious first Topps card of Ted Williams, the Ted Williams Topps rookie card. Woohoo! The green kind of dominates on the back of these. Yes, I'm just joking about the rookie card part. Now, what about this? Another one of these Redman Yogis, this one from 1955. Now, that may not look entirely orange. It might look kind of yellow, but it's sort of a yellow-orange. Some of them are kind of in between. However, that is the orange one because we're moving to yellow, and Yogi's got a yellow one. The 53 Redman Tobacco, Yogi Berra. Look at that glorious yellow dominating. So notice this is looking more orange when it's by the yellow. Let's get some nice. Can we get a little focus here, folks? Maybe the answer is no. Oh, there we go. All right, continuing with the yellow theme. Ooh, I forgot to take this one out of the little sleevey, so I'm gonna do it on the spot. Look at that glorious yellow dominating on this bookended 54 Topps Ted Williams card, the last card in the set. Let's move these oranges out of the way now to make room for the yellows. We are on to the yellows. How about this one? From the same set, the Willie Mays with that glorious yellow dominating in the background. I'm not generally showing the backs, but we'll go ahead and show the back. I absolutely love this rich like forest green on the backs of these and the cartoons. This might be my favorite vintage set just in terms of front and back visual appeal for me. All right, so we got a couple of 54s with the yellow dominating, but we are not done. I mean, hey, check this fella out. The 52 Topps, and look at that yellow dominating. That is just absolutely glorious. Man, yeah. Now, to me, this is, a lot of these 52 Topps cards, there's one color in the background dominating, and it just really enhances the visual vintage art appeal of the card. Let me move these over. Let's just feast our eyes on that yellow before we move on to the reds. Ooh, yeah. All right, by the way, I'm not showing every card in my collection that has a dominant color, but I am showing many of them. Here we have the dominant red, and again, the 49 Bowman is the perfect set for having a dominant background color. 49 Bowman, Yogi Berra with that red in the background. And then you probably know what's coming next if you've watched many of my videos. I never miss an opportunity to show this bad boy off. My 54 Red Heart Dog Food Stan Musial, which is just, to me, this card's perfect. Like literally, like if somebody said, hey, if you could trade this for any copy, I'd be like, why? I mean, other than if it had a big high number here so I could sell it and have a lot of funds to buy other cards, well, then maybe, right? But if they all had the same value, I'd be like, why? Why would I ever trade this for another? What does it need? It's got just a little bit of corner wear to enhance the vintage appeal, just a little bit of toning. The red pops. It's centered. Oh, the back could be better centered, but that doesn't bother me a bit. Yeah, I don't think I'd trade this for any copy on the planet for any reason other than if the other copy was worth a lot more so that I could, use those funds to get more cards that I don't have that I'd really like to have. But other than that, man. All right, the glorious red. Sorry, I got distracted. Distracted by my own card while making a video. You know what? I decided to show the other. I've got all the red hearts with the red background, so I decided to show the other sluggers. How about this Al Rosen? He was the American League MVP the year before. Oh, with that glorious red background. And how about the big clue? He smacked a bunch of home runs the year before. I think it was like 40 or something. It was 40, yep. But not to be outdone. I mean, he was outdone, I think, by Ralph Kiner, who smacked like 43 maybe. No, 35. I guess he outdid Ralph Kiner that year. But anyway, yeah, Ralph Kiner said, yeah, I led the league or tied for home runs in my league for 7 years straight. So, so I decided to just let someone else have a chance. All right, there we have it. We got the sluggers, the red heart dog food sluggers with a red background. We are not done with the red, folks. What about the 52 Topps Warren Spahn with the black back? Nice to have the red back, actually, as well. And this glorious red background. I know we're done with the yellow, but got to show these together. Look at that. The yellow and the red. Wow. A couple of big-time pitchers. Oh, man. All right, where are we going to put this one? We're going to risk putting it up there? Are we? I guess the answer is we are. There's all the reds. We're going to close this one out with green. Oh, let's move on to the greens, folks. Yeah, these cards will, I hope they don't make you green with envy. Hopefully you have some of these, or you can get some of these, or you've got your own cards that, you know, that you love just as much or more. I don't know, that was just a lame attempt to get Green with Envy in there. I don't know why, but envy's not a good thing, you know? Well, what the heck, now that I've already opened up that can of worms, let's talk about envy. Yeah. I don't, you know, I try not to envy anybody's cards. I don't think I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a perfect person, of course. I've got my flaws and stuff, but yeah, I don't think I envy anyone's cards. I'm happy for them. Every once in a while, all right, now that I think about it, yep, I'll admit it. Every once in a while, someone has a card and I'm like, oh man, you know? But I think, you know, for the most part, I don't envy because either it's a card that I could get a copy of at some point, or it's so far out of my range or more than I'd want to, you know, ever spend on a card that, you know, I'm happy for them, but it's not something that's really on my radar in any way. So I guess I'm kind of realistic about cards in that way. You know, if somebody, like, I wanted that card for a long time. I wanted the complete set with the red background, or at least the red background part of the set for a long time. You know, so I went after him. I got him. So it wasn't really envy. Maybe it was just, you know, just wishing I had a copy as well. And so making it happen ultimately. Anyway, I've blabbed enough about that. So let me pause this and we're going to move on to the green, folks. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, some people call this their green card, or sometimes this is called the green card. So, you know, let's start with this one. With the dominant green and the yellow name, so the tougher yellow name. Man, this card pops. Of course, 58 Topps is known for popping with colors. And where do we go next? Well, now the olive green. Some people don't care for this. I really like it. So the dominant olive green on this 54 Topps Duke Snider. I would love to get more of his cards. So, you know, why haven't I done it? Why don't I do it? I mean, I have a few of his cards. Well, it's just because, you know, all these, well, it's kind of, it's mostly just because, it takes time, right? Because there's so many different things I'm working on in terms of collecting. And also I'm trying not to let the number of focuses grow, trying to keep it from getting too crazy, but I could see myself picking up some more Duke cards. Okay, this card is 33 years old, so is it vintage? Maybe not, but it's the beginning of the shine, folks. Pick this up at the National. I think it's been a couple years now since I got this one. 93 Finest Barry Bonds Refractor, and to me that, oh man, I love the ones that are the All-Stars with that dominant green in the background. Now, those of you who have hung around are going to be rewarded because this is a card I've never shown on my channel before. This is an upgrade. I had a PSA 7 that was quite off center, and I thought I could live with it, but when this 8 came up, I scarfed it up and sold the 7. Lost a little money on the 7, but sometimes that's the way it goes. Actually lost, you know, probably lost like, I don't know, 30% or something, which isn't fun. But hey, it happens sometimes, right? You win some, you lose some. I'm not doing this predominantly, you know, as investment. But I absolutely love this. This is my forever copy now. Really happy with this one. Love that dominant green. I guess I started to show the back, so I should go ahead and show it. So show those together. And now I'm going to go ahead and move those, these 1993 refractors, because I want to make room for, you know, more of the no one will dispute that these are vintage cards. So showing the 4th Red Band Tobacco Yogi Berra, this one from 1954. Now, to me, you know, it's not like there's quite as much of a single dominant color. It's sort of a brownish, and then the green as well. But I'm showing this one because I showed the other 3 Yogis to complete all 4 Redman Yogi Berras. Again, there aren't that many players that have a card in all 4 years, 52, 3, 4, and 5. So I had to show that. And then, come on and give me some focus there. All right, now we got this. Had to show the other Stan Musial as well. I think there's kind of a dominant green here, although, you know, not really as much, but I had to show the other Musial. So yeah, so I just had to show it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move these 2 on the end here. because I want to make, let's bring these up here. Oh man, I love these Redman Tobacco. They are so sweet. Want to make room for a couple more cards where the green dominates. This is a 51 Burke Ross panel where you've got both Ralph Kiner and Allie Reynolds, the Super Chief. And I'm showing this one because to me, on this Kiner, there's a green in the background that just really dominates and is so glorious. I don't know that, we're going to ever get, maybe that helps. I'm using some different lighting here to see if that helps. But yeah, to me, that green is just so absolutely glorious. Let's try it without this light up here. So, some different lighting. Move that back there. We got one more to go, folks. I'm going to close it out with this one because to me, oh man, this one just blows me away. The 52 Redman Tobacco, Ted Williams, in a Vintage Greatness 3 with that glorious green. Oh man, this to me is just one of my favorite vintage cards. Just absolutely love it. I am a tab snob when it comes to, I think I showed you all my Redmans. I think I've got the 4 Yogis, the Ted Williams, the 2 Stan Musials, and the Johnny Mize. I think that's it, but I absolutely love all of them. By the way, this has got some green on the back too here. I'm gonna go ahead and move, we'll put it there. I love Super Chief, but we'll go ahead and cover him up since he doesn't have enough green. Oh, come on, man. Can we get some, takes some effort here to get some focus back here, doesn't it? There we go. There we go. All right, would love to hear what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and change the lighting and turn this around to close this out. All right, would love to hear what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on cards that have a dominant color? Are they, something that you gravitate toward or that are not as appealing to you? What do you think about these? Like what were your favorites if you want to share, or which ones do you think I got wrong? You're like, what are you talking about? What the heck are you talking about, Adam? Thank you for sharing my joy. Oh, man. Oh, wow. This yellow just pops. Ooh, man. Yeah. Okay. This is just insane. Hey, where's what'd you do with what did you do? Oh, yeah. We got to show a couple of these again. What did you do with my Redman? Where'd it go? Maybe it's over. Oh, there it is. We got to show a couple of these again. I know I'm breaking all the rules, but oh man. Whoa. Whoa. Look at that purple. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Look at that purple. Woo. How about this yellow? Oh man. We are going out in style. In style. Hey, what'd you do with my Williams? Oh, he's right over there. We are going out in style, folks. Look at that glorious, forest green. Absolutely love it. As I was saying, thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my collecting brothers and sisters.